here's a non-popular opinion. A lot of people, coaches say, oh, it happens when you're not looking. When you distract yourself to something else, that's when I got it. When I was busying myself, having fun, feeling good. When I wasn't worried about it. When I wasn't looking for it, then it happened. So what happens when you do that? What do you think happens? You create an assumption that you have to busy yourself. You create an assumption that if you're looking at it, if you're staring at it, if you're like a pacing jaguar, then you're not going to get it. If you are if you're distracted having fun, that's when you get it. So which is it? Which is the truth? So here's the thing. You're going to have evidence of the one that you choose, okay? I'm not saying someone's right or wrong. And people are going to say, in my experience, nothing worked until I blah, blah, blah. In my experience, nothing happened until I blah, blah, blah. So guess what happens when we see these stories? I know, because I used to fucking do it. I used to try to do it. I used to try to be like them and do exactly what they said. I'd buy their courses. I'd get their coaching. I'd do all that shit. Why? Because it said in their experience it worked for them. So if it worked for them, it can work for me, right? But what happened? It didn't work for me. So what the fuck? So if it really is the truth of how they said it, then shouldn't it work for everybody? Shouldn't it be that way for everybody? Shouldn't it be that if I distract myself, go on vacation, get a massage, blah, 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 do whatever, be in the moment, laugh, get drunk, get high, whatever the fuck I want to do, shouldn't it just show up then? So do you see, so whether you're pacing back and forth like a fucking tiger, lion, panther, whatever, or you're staring at it, or you're asleep, and that's the other thing. Shouldn't you just, like, when you go to sleep, if that's true, right, that when you're not looking at it and you're distracted and you're just like relaxed and having fun, shouldn't when you go to sleep, talk about distracted, you're fucking zonked out, you're passed out. Shouldn't you wake up to the $1 billion and the person in your bed and whatever the hell else, your yacht, right? Someone at the front door with a year's worth of beer or whatever the hell you want? Should that all just appear when you wake up? Because you were distracted. You weren't looking for it. Those are assumptions. Those are assumptions. And that one, that also is another one that hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm just like, it's all an assumption. Every single bit of it. Every fucking thing you hear out of my mouth, out of everybody's mouth, it's all an assumption. I'm not excluding myself. But the more that I strip away all the rules, it happened. Look, it didn't happen for me. And look, here's my evidence. Now I have the thing. So you should believe me, buy my course, and only watch me because I have the evidence. But here's the thing. If you really listen closely to any success story, you'll hear this. I finally made the decision to XYZ. Whether it was to let go, to affirm, to declare, to imagine, to move on, to not give a shit, whatever it is, that thing that they're describing is not what actually manifested their thing. It was their decision for XYZ. And notice the XYZ is different for every person. That's why it's so inconsistent, because all of us have different ways of thinking, affirming, or manifesting, okay? But what is all in common is their decision. Don't believe me? Go watch them. Go watch them. Go watch all of them. And they're going to tell you, I finally realized, I finally made the decision to blah, blah, blah. Feel good, stop looking, give up, move on, affirmed, put 10 toes down, whatever the fuck it is, you're right. I'm not here to argue or disagree with none of them. But what I'm here to tell you is, listen, it's your decision to be who you want to be. And the other thing I wanted to share too was, you know how, like, for a lot of people that are manifesting people, like SP, special person, specific person, whatever you want to call it, right? I know that I know men and women both do this, okay? Because I used to do it. I used to shit ton do it. I used to watch my mom do it. I used to listen to people in my therapy do it, like in my sessions. I hear them do it in a million different ways, okay? So, how many of you, right, raise your hand if you have ever said, and you got to be real with yourself. We're not here for bullshitters. If you're a bullshitter, you can keep going. Don't watch my channel. Bye. Okay? Raise your hand if you've ever said, watch, I'm going to persuade them to do this. Watch, I'm going to get them to do this. I'm going to get them to do this by being super nice. I'm going to bring them a present. I'm going to tell them that they look hot and good. And then they're going to say yes to me. Watch. I'm going to go in there really calm, and I'm going to talk to them this way, and they're going to listen to me. Watch. I'm going to go blow up and chew them a new asshole, and I'm going to get them to feel bad, and they're going to apologize to me. They're going to see my way. Watch. I'm going to ignore their call, and watch. They're going to call me. Watch. Watch what I do. Watch, I can control them by guilt. Watch, I can control them by fear. I can control them by drama. I can control them by being nice. I can get what I want. Watch what I'm about to do. I know you've done it. I know we've all done it in some weird way. And we think that in that watch when I be nice, watch when I blow up, watch when I do the XYZ, watch what I do. I know you've done it. You've tried, and it's worked. Maybe not 100% of the time, but you know you have. And somehow, some way, like that thing that you said was going to work, it worked. You assumed that it would work. You assume if you ignore their call, they're going to call you. You assumed that if you put that tight, sexy dress on, that you're gonna meet some guy. If you bought the car, that all the girls are going to start looking at you. You created all these conditions, like as a middle person, to get what you want. Like, so now take all of those things away, and now understand that you don't have to play games with people. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to control. You don't have to force. All you have to do is keep your mouth shut and decide. I decided. That's why it's mine. Period.